clients. All the border must stop the practice of passenger relay system immediately. Should they continue, I will stop their movement with or without cargo. Ba border batebalekerawo okwetika abantu ngenda okubagalirawo ddala. Temuddamu kutambula oba mwetise mugugo oba nedda. I will have to ngenda kukola ekyo bwe muba temulekeddaawo. Number 4, all trucks carrying logs are prohibited from movement into and out of Mubende and Kasane districts with immediate effect until the end of the 21 days. This issue of the logs is because people have developed commercial forests in that area, which is a good thing. I normally see them when I'm flying to Hoima, to Masindi. I normally see them. But now you can see an advantage. Some people are turning into disadvantage. Because if the operators of these log trucks were sensitizing their drivers not to mix, to simply camp, like we were doing when we had Corona for the Kenyan drivers and all that. We took some precautions and it worked, but these ones don't listen. So for now, fortunately it's not many days, 21 days, don't move into or out of Mubende and Kasanda districts for carrying logs. The Greater Kampala metropolitan area, confirmed cases have been reported in the districts of Wakiso and Kampala City as a result of imported cases from the Kasanda and Mbende areas. Currently, the number of cases in Greater Kampala are as follows. Kawempe, 3. Makindye, 1. Rubaga, 14. And Wakiso, 2. The Greater Kampala region is a heavily populated area that presents challenges in contact tracing, follow-up, and home quarantine. And because of this, identified contacts must be put under government quarantine, institutional quarantine. However, I have been informed that some contacts escaped and found their way to Masaka and Jinja cities. Both of them have since died of Ebola. Katuurirawo. Bano bakimanya nti bali basemberedde omulwadde wa Ebola. Gavumenti ku ssente zaayo ono asemberedde omulwadde wa Ebola emutwala nemuteeka mu kifo nemulabirira ennaku 21 ku ssente zaayo. This is for Kampala because eri walala bano tubakuumira mu maka gaabwe tusigala waka, naye Kampala wano kulwa abantu abangi tubatwala mu bifo bya gavumenti. Kati abantu ababiri batoloka katabo bafudde. Kubanga okutoloka eri gy'oddukira tekuli ekinakutaasa. Ab'emwawule mbwakusabire, ab'ebishopu mbwakusabire, ab'emulogo mbwalogo obulwadde tekigenda kukutaasa. Where there is a chance that you may survive is to stay here in the government quarantine area, and when you start showing signs of being sick, they start treating you quickly. Because this Ebola attacks internal organs. Attacks internal organs. That's why people bleed. So the earlier you start, before the internal organs are damaged, the better. That is the whole idea about added treatment. So, katubano abatoroka, this one who escaped from Kampala, they have both died. A pregnant woman linked to the initial Kasanda case that brought infection to Kampala was called by her mother to seek health care in Masaka. The mother then took her to Masaka Regional Referral Hospital, where the health workers suspected Ebola and isolated her. She tested positive and unfortunately passed on before delivery. So this one, maybe if she had reported here in Kampala early, the chances of survival. 97 contacts linked to this pregnant woman have been listed and under follow-up. Furthermore, I'm informed that another contact linked to the Rubaga cluster traveled to Jinja City, where he visited 2 private clinics before he succumbed. Succumbed meaning he died. Huh? You know, I'm reading Dr. Jena Cheng's way of writing. So, ndimutafuta. Kubanga bogera olulimi lwawe olwaffe bamanenki lwetutategeera. Succumbed means died. So bwe munawulira ngamba succumbed mutegeere bannange nti olulimi olwaffe kufa. Because succumbed, it is as if he lay down and surrendered or what? So this person died. The brother subsequently died. So this one died and killed his brother. Ah, Banange. Huh? Huh? Imagine, all these are necessary. Huh? The brother subsequently died and was confirmed for Ebola after death through samples removed by the health workers from a private clinic, St. Catherine Medical Center. We have since then confirmed Ebola in another relative, bringing the total number to 3 in this family. Oh, this one also died. Huh?
She's still alive in isolation.
Oh, this one is still alive in isolation. Now, 245 contacts. When you hear contacts, Bananga, tomorrow was mikwano baki, because this is the language of Jane. Contacts means the ones who got near the sick person and are suspected could have been infected. So you can hear these are 245 have been listed in Jinja City. 5 of these developed symptoms and have been evacuated to Entebbe National Isolation Facility. The above scenario shows that the population and health workers in Kampala and the entire country have not yet properly understood the dangers of Ebola and how it spreads. Ebola is easy to manage if all people cooperate and follow guidance of the health workers. Ebola is spread by contaminated clothing, beddings, surfaces nga wano ku meza, and body fluids such as saliva, vomit, sweat, stool meaning feces, blood, and sexual fluids of sick people. The main entry points are the mouth, eyes, and broken skin, especially of the hands. This is why it is important to always wash hands with soap and water or use alcohol-based sanitizer and chlorine solution to wash. Therefore, if you have contact or been in an area where there part of the contact, we told you, stop shaking hands. Stop shaking hands. When Corona was starting, His Grace the Archbishop of Canterbury came here. And some people said I should greet him, that I will get blessings when I shake the hand of the Archbishop. I said, no, the Archbishop can send to me the blessing through the air. It's possible to send to me the blessing through the air, because God has got all the power. I refused to shake the hands of the Archbishop. I refused. Of Canterbury. This is what Banyankole call obhabe, when people get lost. Obhabe, to be live and done what you ought to do, and do what you ought not to do, and there is no truth in you. Balekanga bye basande kukola ne bakola bye batasande kukola n'amazima tegali mu bo, Bible bwetyo bwegamba. Shaking hands doesn't show that you love people. No, it's not necessary. Just like a jambo. Like a jambo. Camera. Hello. Olugo okubida akajambo alaba nti omusanyukidde, akiraba tiyetaaga kukwata essanyu, nti akwata essanyu mu ngalo. So stop shaking hands, so that the washing we are talking of is washing because you touched surfaces and so on. Because also the surfaces, the virus can stay there. But forget about shaking hands. Mm-hmm. Therefore, if you have had contact or been in an area where there are cases of Ebola, and you are not sure whether you are a contact or not, do not run away. Stay in your home and call the health workers. If you are sick, when you run away, you lose time, get more sick, and die. In addition, you spread the disease to your loved ones and other local governments, like we have seen with the case in Jinja City. This stretches the health system and is expensive to control. I've been informed that tourists have been cancelling their trips to Uganda, and some have even postponed their bookings in hotels and lodges due to the Ebola outbreak. Furthermore, international conferences and meetings have been postponed, and some have moved to other countries due to Ebola outbreak. This is most unfortunate and not necessary, because as you have seen, Ebola, if you follow the guidelines, it will not get you. I would like to reassure the international community, tourists, and conference organizers, and the entire Ugandan population that the government has put in place measures to control the outbreak. And unfortunately, the disease itself is avoidable because it only spreads by intimate contact. The Ebola outbreak is localized to only 6 out of 146 districts of Uganda. Uganda remains safe and we welcome international guests. Government is doing all it takes to control this epidemic and avoid exportation outside Uganda. In this regard, the list of Ebola contacts bali abasemberedde aba Ebola has been availed to the immigration authorities to prevent them from international travel. Boba osemberedde owa Ebola, please togezako ate okufuluma ebweru okutwala obulwadde mu nsi endala. And of course, we have given your names to, if you don't cooperate, we shall give the names to other countries so that even if you pass through Panya and you go to other countries, they will look you at the airport and you may get problems there. In addition, there is screening at the airport and land border points of entry for temperature, symptoms, and history of contact. I appeal to you to observe the above measures. I really beg you, edinkole abalokole bayamba kinene okugunjura mwekiri mu Luganda, okugunjura mwekiri okugunjura abanyankole beeyo ffe kubanga waliwo obutamanya ekyokulabirako abanyankwere banywanga amata agatali mafumbi, banywanga amazzi agatali mafumbi, so nga amata ago galinamu obulwadde TB, biki, brucellosis, ebiwuka by'omu lubuto, amazzi agatali mafumbe galinamu. Kati abalokole emyaka gya 1950 bakola kaweefube okutusomesa nti ibi bya bukafiiri, and it helped us. So you can now see obukafiri. You can now see bukafiri killing people here. This is obukafiri. They are telling you that okusigangana, because like in the 1950s, when the Barokole were telling us not to, the Banyankwere were fond of sharing clothes. That if you are friends, I can lend you my shirt. This Barokole said, no, this is obukafiri. No sharing. Communal plates, eating from the same plate. They decampaigned it. The Barokole. Buli omu alire ku siyaani ye. Everybody eats from your own plate. That's how TB and the diseases were eradicated from Ankory. So we are now dealing with the bukafiri in such a very serious matter. Bukafiri means not really getting the enlightenment of informed people. I thank you and I wish you good luck.